300 kids a day in the U.S. are being treated for being poisoned. And on average, 2 children die every day here because of that. And a lot of the time, they are poisoned by common items that you have in the house. And you probably already know about bleach and detergents, but there are a lot of other things that might surprise you to talk about that. We've got our pediatrician, Dr. Scott Cyrus from Hillcrest South, joining us this morning with more items. Obviously, you know, we got a pretty good sense that, you know, stuff like bleach and ammonia, keep them away from the kids. But what would surprise me?
Well, you know, things like cigarette butts, mouthwash, mothballs, things like this that you wouldn't necessarily, you may have around, you may have them in an ashtray or something like that. Well, those things also can cause quite a disastrous poisoning. If they drink the mouthwash, a lot of people think that we see a lot of things like lipstick, and people are concerned about that. Those are not nearly as much of a concern as you see with other type of issues. Again, like I said, paint thinners, mothballs, things like that you see.
And well, you knew about lead paint. When you say flaking paint, you're talking about any paint these days?
Typically, just lead paint is the big issue in the older homes. And what we're seeing also is higher and higher lead levels in our children. We check them at 1 year of age, we check them at 2 years of age, and believe it or not, we're still seeing levels that are normally less than 2. We're seeing 21 was my most recent.
You know, I want to show something. We did a story earlier this week about this, that the government may get involved in saying enough's enough. Now that's laundry detergent. Now, if you take a look at it, that to a child looks, and you were saying it's kind of feels kind of fun and squidgy and all that.
That's right.
You know?
That goes in for laundry, and this is the dishwasher. And so you see the same thing. They look like candy.
They look like candy. That's just ridiculous. A little child is going to pop that in his mouth. Yeah.
So the idea is that you keep things up and away from it. The best thing that we've come up with so far is I like these things right here. They're called tot locks because of the fact the door can never get open. It's all run by a magnet, and so the door completely closes. A lot of times you'll have the little plastic arms that you can just push down, but you have to get your finger in there. Well, obviously your finger is not as small as a child's. They can get the lock open very easily. So the tot lock seems to be very nice because it runs off a magnet and they can't get to it.
And also keep your poison line phone number big and bold there on your refrigerator.
1-800-222-1222. It's an easy number to remember. It just rolls off your tongue, but it's a very easy number to remember. Keep it there. Be sure and don't store things underneath the sink. That's a very common place. Right. Keep it up high.
Absolutely.
That's why I wore my tie.
Your tie?
It tells everybody, keep it up high.
Keep it up high.
That's right. Keep it up high.